the other ones, which I put Dave Prowse as Darth Vader, that came back and said, Alec Guinness is Alec Guinness.
Dave, you should have used that as your funny one. Now he's used up all his time, we'll have to concentrate on me. So another question from the young lad there.
I'm Nick, and I want to know what your favorite thing is about your character.
Well, what all of this is?
Yeah.
Yeah, can we start at the end, Jake? Again?
I like the mechanical side of Anakin. It's always been like one of my favorite things in general, so I've always been very closely tied to that aspect. Daniel?
Mine is Boba Fett in the comics. Apparently it gets with like, I think it's Aura Singh. They end up, you know, getting together and stuff, so finding Boba Fett gets a woman. No, I just love being Boba Fett. I love everything about him. He's one of the coolest characters there are, so
for me, what attracted me to the role was the fact that Darth Maul had a double-bladed lightsaber. And I really wanted to be the horny guy. With the horns on top of my head. So it was for me to show off my martial arts skills and play a character that I grew up watching as a boy, and that sparked the inspiration to become an actor, or to do martial arts, or to be a big kid and never grow up like Peter Pan, and to be scared by Darth Vader when I was 7 years old. So to actually be that bad guy in one of the Star Wars movies was an honor. I was very lucky, and I got to have a lot of fun. You know, it was great to pretend to have a lightsaber, but now kids, and you guys, big kids, have lightsabers for real that actually work and light up and make sounds. So, where did my childhood go?
I like my character because he is a teddy bear. And everybody does have a teddy bear at one stage. I don't care, you know, even youngest to oldest. We've even had blue hair old ladies down in Florida come up with a teddy bear and say, oh, you know, can you sign this for me, please? Certainly. How long have you had it? Oh, I had it on the first day that Star Wars came out. I made up the mind, and that was the character that I wanted to be. I would, you know, my favorite character, and I've had that ever since. And you just go, okay. And this has developed over the years that Chewie has become one of those immortal characters. Even though he's been killed off, Chewie is not.
Grievous, yeah, sorry. I like with General Grievous. I think the fact that he knows the technical ability of sword play with 4 lightsabers, from learning it from Count Dooku. And I like that he likes that. I think he can do that, but then he also, it shows that you, just because you have the technical ability to do something, that doesn't really mean that you're the best at it. You can be defeated by somebody who has the actual Force. So I kind of like that. It just enhances the mystical quality of what the Force is for the Jedi. It's just, you can't learn it by the book. You have to also, get training from a master that's and learn it, that kind of thing. So that's it.
I like the character of Boba Fett because I think there's much more about him that we haven't seen. And hopefully in the live action series, when that happens, you'll see a lot more. Also, I liked the part because I only had 4 lines. Although I cocked one of them up, I still got through it. And especially the scream, I thought that was pretty cool. But he's a cool character, and there's a lot more about him that we don't know. So just watch this space, kids.
I think Darth Vader had a fantastic air of mystery about him. And of course he oozed sex appeal.
cheering for you out there as well.
That's enough. That was enough.
Did Darth Vader hit on the babes in the Jabba's palace? You didn't?
Not in the Jabba's palace, no, we missed all those.
Right, on to the next question. Thank you, Nick.
You guys all rock, by the way. Furthermore, there is such a large base of skill sets here. Everybody can do different things. We have martial arts, voice acting, theatrical background. What is it like to work across multiple generations with so many different skill sets? And what have you brought from that to your acting and your life in general?
That's a very good question, actually. Difficult to answer, so we'll start with Dave.
If I can start the ball rolling, I mean, I never ever wanted to be an actor. It would never appeal to me in the slightest. I never ever thought about being an actor or anything like this. All I ever wanted to be was Mr. Universe. That was my big ambition in life. By the time I was 15, all I ever wanted to be was Mr. Universe. It took me 10 years to get into the Mr. Universe contest. And then I changed over to competitive weightlifting. But I think that the competitive aspect of entering these bodybuilding competitions and things like this stood me in very, very good stead when I made the transition into films and television. Because obviously I was 6'7" and I weighed, in my top back I was about 280. I was the British heavyweight weightlifting champion to boot. But I think as I said, to do all the problem is being that size, and Peter will tell you likewise, you only get considered for certain types of roles, something like villains and monsters and creatures and things like this. And as I said, I think the training that I had, being able to express myself on stage, physically, stood me really in very, very good stead when I actually went into acting.
Oh, is that falling asleep then, sorry.
Okay. So, I think for me, what I take from the role is the fact that normally most of the work I do is behind the scenes. I'm working on sound, so I'm out at Skywalker Ranch, and we're ensconced in this little compound, kind of like Branch Davidian. No, it's this compound. It's about 10 miles out from the freeway, and we're kind of isolated, and we work on these independent movies. George calls them independent films. So when I get to come to these events, the fact that I've done some stuff that's been happening, and I get to meet fans and do these signings and go to all these events, I get to bring this energy back with me to work. And not a lot of my co-workers and colleagues get to have that luxury, so they're still, out there kind of isolated. So I get to bring this energy back and tell them, I just went to this con, there's all these people there, it was great, or Disney World, or something, all over the world. And you get to see how it affects people, and I know how it affected me as a kid, too. So I get to bring that back to Skywalker Ranch and share it with the post-production team, and that for me is a real joy, and I think people get a kick out of it, too. I bring back pictures, and they're like, what is going on out there? So that's kind of a unique perspective I get to have on it. So that for me is my most favorite part.
I think when you're on a film set, you never know what people are going to do or what they are employed to do. You might be talking to special effects guys, or prop guys, or whoever, and you think anybody that's got an image of film people, it usually gets blown out the window because they're not the normal sort of people that you imagine. The various people on the Star Wars crew, you think they were doing something, but they were doing something completely different. You look at some of the stunt guys, Peter Diamond, and some of his colleagues were all little, or relative. All right, I'm a big guy, but they were all relatively little guys. But you know, it's interesting to go around and talk to these guys and to find out what their actual jobs are. So, you know, it's always interesting to be on a film set, whether you're visiting or working. So, you know, I enjoy doing that.